Rich people tell you to skip the $5 coffee, cut back on avocado toast, stop wasting money on small luxuries. Meanwhile, they are buying $80,000 watches, $200 dinners, $150,000 cars. You see this and you think they are hypocrites. They are telling you to be frugal while they are spending like crazy. But here's a catch. They are not hypocrites. They are playing a completely different game than you. And the reason they don't want you to know the difference is because if you understood what they are actually buying versus what they are telling you to buy, you'd stop playing their game and start playing yours. And that would change everything. If you ever felt like rich people's advice doesn't match their lifestyle, stay with me because what I'm about to show you is going to completely change how you see wealth. My name is Mike and I make videos about how money actually works in real life. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm sharing what I learned from studying how wealthy people actually spend versus what they tell everyone else to do. Talk to a professional about your situation. Here's the deal. Rich people are giving you advice for poor people while following completely different rules for themselves. They tell you to save 10% of your income. They are saving 70%. They tell you to skip the $5 coffee. They are spending $500 on wine. They tell you not to buy expensive things. They are wearing $10,000 suits. Why? Because what they are telling you to buy and what they are actually buying are fundamentally different categories. You're being told to stop buying liabilities. They are busy buying assets. And unless you understand the difference, you'll stay broke while they get richer. The villain here is what I call the advice gap. It's the massive difference between what wealthy people say you should do and what they actually do themselves. And it's not an accident. Here's why they do it. When they tell you to skip coffee and cut coupons, they are giving you advice that assumes you'll stay where you are. Small savings, small thinking, slow wealth building over 40 years. But they are not building wealth slowly. They are building it aggressively, using completely different strategies, buying completely different things. And they don't talk about that part. Because if everyone knew how the game actually works, the game would change. Let me show you exactly what I mean. What rich people tell you to buy versus what they actually buy. They tell you to buy index funds. Slow, steady, safe. 8% per year if you're lucky. They are buying businesses, whole companies, equity stakes, private investments that return 20% to 50% per year. They tell you to buy a reliable used car, something practical, a Honda or Toyota that lasts. They are buying luxury cars through their LLC so it's a tax write-off. The car is free. They tell you to buy a modest house you can afford. Something reasonable. They are buying investment properties. 4 units, 8 units. Buildings that generate cash flow every month. They tell you to invest in your 401k. Lock your money away until 65. They are investing in opportunities. Businesses. Real estate. Startups. Things that pay them now, not in 40 years. Notice the pattern? Everything they tell you to buy locks your money away, grows slowly, or depreciates in value. Everything they actually buy either generates income, appreciates rapidly, or provides tax benefits. You're being told to play defense. Save. Protect. Be careful. They are playing offense. Buy. Invest. Grow. Completely different games. Stop right now and think about the last piece of financial advice you got from a wealthy person. Were they telling you what they actually do or what they want you to do? Let me break down the actual categories. What you're told to buy. A car for $30,000. You drive it off the lot. It loses $6,000 in value instantly. Over 5 years, you're making payments, paying insurance, paying maintenance. Total cost, $45,000. Car is now worth $12,000. You lost $33,000. What rich people actually buy? A business for $30,000. They grow it, hire people, systematize it. In 5 years, the business generates $5,000 per month in profit. That's $60,000 per year. Over 5 years, that's $300,000 in profit. Plus the business is worth $200,000. Total gain, $500,000. Same initial $30,000. One person lost $33,000. One person made $500,000. Different game. You're told to buy a house. Your primary residence. You live in it. It might appreciate. Maybe. If you're lucky. If the market is good, but you're paying mortgage, property taxes, insurance, maintenance forever, it's costing you money every month. Rich people buy rental properties, 4-unit building. Tenants pay the mortgage. Tenants pay the property tax. Tenants pay for maintenance through their rent. The property cash flows $2,000 per month after all expenses. In 10 years, that's $240,000 in cash flow plus the property appreciated. They made money every month while you spent money every month. Different game. You're told to invest in index funds. Put $500 per month in the market. Let it grow for 30 years. You'll have $600,000 when you retire. Rich people invest $500 per month in learning. Courses, masterminds, mentors, skills. They turn that knowledge into businesses that make $50,000 per month. In 30 years, they made $18 million and they own assets. You have $600,000 locked in retirement accounts. Different game. But here's the catch. The rich people aren't lying when they tell you to save and invest in index funds. For most people, that is the right advice. Because most people don't have the knowledge, the risk tolerance, or the capital to do what wealthy people do. Most people can't buy a business, can't manage rental properties, can't invest in private deals. So the advice they give you is actually good advice for someone who's going to stay an employee. But that's the trap. The advice keeps you an employee. And employees can't build wealth the way business owners can. The advice is designed for your current position, not for changing positions. Let me show you two people. Person A and Person B. Both make $75,000 per year. Both have $50,000 saved. Person A follows rich people's advice. Buys a $35,000 used car. Reliable. Practical. Puts $40,000 down on a $300,000 house. Lives in it. Invests $500 per month in index funds. After 10 years, Person A has paid off the car. It's worth $8,000. The house appreciated to $380,000. They owe $240,000. Equity, $140,000. Index funds grew to $90,000. Total net worth, $238,000. Not bad. Solid. Safe. Person B does what rich people actually do. Takes a $50,000 and buys a small online business that generates $3,000 per month profit. Uses that $3,000 per month to save up. In 2 years, has $72,000. Buys a duplex. Lives in one side, rents the other. Tenant pays a mortgage. Saves a $3,000 per month from the business. After 3 more years, has $108,000. Buys another rental property. Now has 2 income streams. Business makes $4,000 per month. Rentals make $2,500 per month net. That's $6,500 per month passive income. Saves it all. After 10 years total, Person B has a business worth $400,000 generating $5,000 per month. 2 rental properties worth $800,000 generating $4,000 per month. Total assets, $1,200,000. Total monthly passive income, $9,000. Net worth after 10 years, over $1 million. Plus they're making $9,000 per month passively. Person A followed the advice. Person B did what rich people actually do. Person A, $238,000. Person B, $1 million. Same starting point. Same 10 years. Different game. And here's the brutal part. Person A thinks they are doing great. They are doing great compared to most people. But they'll never be wealthy. They are building a retirement fund. Person B is building an empire. Which person do you want to be? Comment below because this is a decision point. Now here's where people push back. Mike, most people can't buy a business. Most people can't buy rental properties. That's too risky. Too complicated. And you're right. Most people can't. But here's the question you should be asking. Why can't you? Is it because it's actually impossible? Or is it because you've been told your whole life to play it safe, get a job, save slowly, and retire at 65? What if that advice is designed to keep you out of the wealth-building game? What if rich people don't want you competing with them for businesses and properties? What if the advice gap exists on purpose? Let me show you what rich people actually do with small purchases. They tell you to skip the $5 coffee because it's wasteful. but they spend $500 on business dinners every week. Why? Because the coffee is a personal expense. The dinner is a business expense. It's networking. It's deal-making. It's tax-deductible. The coffee costs them $5 after taxes. The dinner costs them $0 after write-offs and business value. They're not being frugal. They are being strategic. Every dollar they spend either makes them money, saves them taxes, or builds their network. Your coffee does none of those things. That's why they tell you to skip it. They tell you not to buy expensive clothes. Then they wear $3,000 suits. Why? Because their suit is a business asset. It signals credibility, opens doors, closes deals. It's an investment in how they are perceived. Your $200 shirt is just an expense. Same shirt, different game. They tell you not to lease cars because it's wasting money. Then they lease $100,000 cars through their business. Why? Because the lease payment is deductible. They are driving a luxury car for half price using business income and tax savings. You're paying full price with after-tax dollars. Different game. Here's what nobody tells you. Rich people don't actually spend less than you. They spend way more. But almost everything they buy is either deductible, appreciating, or income generating. Your spending is pure expense. Their spending is strategic deployment of capital. You buy things that cost money. They buy things that make money. And that's why they get richer while you stay the same. But here's the catch. You can start playing their game. You don't need $1 million to start. You need to change what you're buying. Stop buying liabilities. Start buying assets. Here's how. First, before you buy anything, ask, does this make me money, save me taxes, or build a skill? If no, don't buy it. If yes, it might be worth it. Second, learn how businesses work. You don't need to buy one yet, but learn how they work. Read books. Take courses. Understand the game. Third, start small. Buy one online business for $5,000, or one rental property with a partner, or one dividend stock that pays monthly. Something that generates income. Get in the game. Fourth, reinvest everything. Don't spend the income. Use it to buy more assets. Let it compound. This is how you switch games. Your future self 10 years from now is watching this moment. They are looking at what you're buying, and they are begging you to stop buying liabilities and start buying assets. They are telling you that having assets that generate $5,000 per month feels completely different than having a nice car. They are telling you that playing the game rich people actually play changes everything. Listen to them. Here's the bottom line. Rich people are not hypocrites for spending money while telling you to save. They are playing a different game with different rules. What they tell you to buy keeps you safe, employed, and slowly building a retirement fund. What they actually buy makes them money, saves them taxes, and builds wealth exponentially. The advice gap exists because they don't want competition. They don't want you buying the businesses and properties they are buying. They want you saving slowly in index funds while they are buying the world. But now you know. And once you know, you can choose. You can keep following their advice and build a decent retirement in 40 years. Or you can start doing what they actually do and build wealth in 10 years. Different games, different outcomes. Your choice. So tell me in the comments, what are you going to buy next? A liability or an asset? And if this video just exposed the advice gap and showed you the game rich people actually play, smash that like button and subscribe because I'm making more videos showing you exactly how to switch from the employee game to the wealth building game. Let's play the real game together.